The Amazon. They call it the lungs of our planet, but deep inside it's a wild beating heart. Out here, beauty and danger are inseparable. The Amazon is vast, alive, and unforgiving. You don't visit it, you survive it. The air is thick, every breath a gulp of humidity and decay. My mission: find the legendary Jaguar's Mouth waterfall, whispered about by local tribes, hidden where maps end. To reach it, I'd have to push through some of the world's densest, most unexplored rainforest. The unknown called to me, daring me to go further. In the Amazon, preparation is everything. But the jungle doesn't care about your gear. It tests your will, your spirit, your ability to keep moving when you want to quit. Out here, you're a guest, small and insignificant. The real rulers: jaguars, anacondas, and countless insects. This journey was about more than a waterfall. It was about survival. With only a knife, fire starter, and respect for the wild, I set off. Civilization faded behind me, replaced by a chorus of insects and unseen birds. The greens deepened, the air grew heavier, and the feeling of true isolation set in. This is where real adventure begins. This is man versus wild, and the wild was about to show me its true face. The first days were a brutal introduction. No paths, just endless green. Every step was a battle. Vines snagged my pack, thorns tore at my clothes, and the ground threatened to swallow my boots. One wrong move could mean disaster. The heat was relentless. Sweat never evaporated, and dehydration was a constant threat. Water had to be found and purified. One mistake could mean sickness. The jungle is vertical, not just forward but up and down, climbing mossy hills, rappelling muddy banks. Every handhold and foothold had to be tested. A rotten vine or loose rock could end it all. The physical and mental strain was immense. You can never switch off. At night, the jungle transformed into a world of sound and shadow. Darkness was absolute, predators most active. I built a small raised shelter to keep off the ground, away from snakes and spiders. A fire offered a little comfort and kept bigger animals at bay. Sleep was light, every sound a reminder I was not alone. The jungle's symphony never stopped. Out here, you're always on edge. Every night, I was reminded, survival is never guaranteed. The Amazon doesn't forgive mistakes. It demands respect, every single moment. Each day, I learned a little more about its rules, and every night, I wondered what tomorrow would bring. The labyrinth was just beginning to reveal itself. Deeper in, the world became a kaleidoscope of green, hundreds of shades, from neon leaves to ancient dark canopies. Moss and ferns blanketed everything, turning the forest into a living maze. Sunlight barely reached the floor. It was perpetual twilight, wet and shadowy. Water dripped constantly, the ground a sponge of mud and decay. My boots were always soaked, my clothes never dry. Giant ferns arched overhead, waxy leaves collected rain, and vibrant flowers flashed against the green. Beauty and danger were everywhere. Many plants were armed with thorns or poison. Fungi and insects thrived, glowing mushrooms, armies of leafcutter ants, invisible spider webs. The air buzzed with mosquitoes and life. Every step was a lesson in caution. The ecosystem was a complex, teeming battle for survival. I was just another player in the emerald maze. The Amazon's rules were clear: adapt or perish. The rainforest sounds are constant, a living chorus. Birds chirped and squawked unseen. Monkeys howled above. Branches crashed with hidden life. Water defined the soundscape, the drip from leaves, the gurgle of streams, the deafening roar of tropical storms. The smell was unforgettable: rich earth, decay, and the sweet perfume of hidden flowers. Sometimes, a sharp animal scent drifted by. As I neared my goal, a new sound crept in. A low, distant hum, more felt than heard. I stopped often, listening, trying to pinpoint its source. The rumble grew, steady and powerful, unlike wind or rain. I knew it had to be the waterfall. The jaguar's mouth was calling. Every sense was heightened, every step more urgent. The jungle's symphony was now led by the roar of water. I was getting close. The final approach had begun. After days of struggle, the terrain changed. Steeper slopes, merging streams, and more powerful water. The rumble was now a definite sound, not just a feeling. The vegetation thickened, ferns grew larger, mosses greener, everything dripping with moisture. I saw new plants thriving in the misty air, a sign I was entering the waterfall's domain. The energy here was ancient, powerful, and my fatigue faded, replaced by excitement. The sound of the waterfall became my compass, guiding me through tangled thickets and ravines. The jungle still fought back, but now I had a clear goal. Every obstacle brought me closer. Finally, I broke through a dense wall of leaves onto a rocky ledge. Through a gap, I saw it, not the waterfall but its spray, a massive cloud of white mist rising into the canopy. The roar was thunderous, the power breathtaking. I couldn't see the source, but I could feel its presence. The anticipation was electric. I was on the edge of discovery. The final push was at hand. Every sense was alive. I was about to see the jaguar's mouth. The moment was near. My heart pounded as I scrambled down slippery rocks, soaked by the spray. The roar was overwhelming, vibrating through my body. The last stretch was treacherous, a narrow gorge, slick with moss and algae. I rounded a bend, pushed aside a giant fern, and there it was. The world stopped. A colossal curtain of water, hundreds of feet wide, thundered over the cliff. Dozens of streams merged into one, crashing into a deep pool below. Mist billowed up, feeding the lush greenery and creating rainbows in the spray. It was a world within a world, raw power and delicate beauty. I stood, mesmerized, humbled by the scale and force. This place had existed for millennia, indifferent to humans. Finding it was the ultimate reward. The jaguar's mouth was real. His mouth. Standing before the jaguar's mouth, the name made perfect sense. The water poured from the cliff like a roaring mouth. The sound was a jaguar's roar, a living, breathing force. The spray washed away fatigue, a baptism by nature's power. I felt a deep connection and respect for this wild place. Every challenge had been worth it for this view. This is why I explore, not just to survive, but to discover. In our modern world, it's easy to forget places like this exist. Here, you're part of nature, not apart from it. I thought of the indigenous tribes who revere this place as sacred. Their knowledge and respect have kept it pristine. Discovering it felt like being let in on an ancient secret and a responsibility. The roar was constant, the air thick with mist, the ground trembling. I found a sheltered spot and watched the endless cascade, the rainbows in the spray. It was a rare moment of peace in the world's wildest heart, a privilege few will ever know. The jaguar's mouth was unforgettable. The Amazon isn't just beautiful, it's vital. It produces much of our oxygen and absorbs carbon dioxide, fighting climate change. It's a treasure trove of biodiversity, with millions of species, many still unknown. Within its plants could be cures for diseases, secrets to new medicines. Yet we're destroying this library before we've read its books. Deforestation claims huge areas every minute. The rainforest's beauty inspires and humbles us, reminding us of something bigger. It feeds the human spirit in ways money can't measure. The Amazon also regulates global weather, its moisture traveling the world. What happens here affects us all. The health of this forest is the health of the planet. It's not remote or separate, it's the heart of our world. Its steady beat is essential for everyone. We must protect it. Leaving the jaguar's mouth was bittersweet, a place so wild, so fragile. One road, one logging operation could destroy it forever. Protecting these last wild places is everyone's responsibility. Support organizations that defend the rainforest. Make conscious choices. Avoid products that fuel deforestation. Demand action from governments and corporations. The Amazon's future depends on choices we make now. We need the wild for our survival and for our souls. These places challenge and inspire us. reminding us of our place in nature. They are a legacy we must protect for future generations. As I left, I made a silent promise to share these stories, to inspire action. When people see the beauty, they care. When they care, they act. The adventure ends, but the mission to protect the wild is just beginning.
Let's take a moment, look around, see the beauty in this town. Hands can build and hearts can mend. Together we can change the air. We can make a better world. Hand in hand, let love unfurl. With every smile, with every care, let's make a world we all can share. From the mountains to the sea, every voice in harmony, stand as one, bring down. Let's take a moment, look around, see the beauty in this town. Hands can build and hearts can mend. Together we can change the air. We can make a better world. Hand in hand, let love unfurl. With every smile, with every care, let's make a world we all can share.